Hello and welcome to United Report. This is your home for all the latest Manchester United news, match updates, transfer stories, and in-depth analysis. Stay connected and never miss a moment. Subscribe now to stay ahead with everything happening at Old Trafford. The Premier League have claimed that Evanilson endangered Noussair Mazraoui with the challenge that saw him sent off against Manchester United. The Brazilian was sent off in the 67th minute of his side's Premier League clash with the Red Devils on Sunday for a clumsy challenge, albeit it appeared that he had slipped. He had initially been booked by referee Peter Banks, but following a review, the official changed his mind and brandished a red card instead. A statement have now explained the decision. It read, VAR recommended an on-field review for a possible red card for the challenge by Evanilson on Mazraoui, with the challenge deemed to be two-footed with both feet off the ground, endangering the safety of the opponent. Upon review, the referee issued a red card to Evanilson for serious foul play. Fans were left baffled by the decision, as were a host of pundits. Alan Smith said on Sky Sports, "I'm a bit dumbfounded by that one. I know it ends up being a dangerous challenge, but it's a total accident. If you do slip in that fashion, you can't help it." Meanwhile, ex-Southampton man Francis Benali said, "There is a couple of points of contact. I don't think it's intentional." The sending off was the second moment of controversy at the Vitality Stadium. Tyler Adams appeared to escape his own red for a crunching challenge on Alejandro Garnacho. A statement earlier in the game read, "The referee's call of yellow card for the challenge by Adams on Garnacho was checked and confirmed by VAR, with the challenge deemed reckless and not serious foul play." Antoine Semenyo had given Bournemouth the lead in the first half with a clinical finish, Evanilson the provider. The 25-year-old's dismissal against United was just the second of his career, having previously been sent off for former club Porto. He joined Bournemouth for just over £40 million last summer and has scored 9 goals across his debut campaign on the South Coast. He will now be missing some key games as the Cherries attempt to seal a European spot under Andoni Iraola with the automatic ban for serious foul play carrying a 3-match ban. Bournemouth face Arsenal, Aston Villa and Manchester City in what is a very tricky run-in ahead of taking on Leicester in their final match of the campaign. Matheus Cunha has sent mixed messages to the fans of Wolves and Manchester United through a confusing goal celebration. Cunha is poised to leave Wolves for United in the summer transfer window, with Ruben Amorim's side in advanced talks with the Brazilian United are ready to pay the $62.5 million fee attached to Cunha's exit clause and are confident of getting a deal over the line early in the summer transfer window. The 25-year-old has been in excellent form this season, but his behaviour both on and off the pitch has riled Wolves supporters. Cunha served a 4-game ban for clashing with Bournemouth's Milos Kerkez and has clashed with fans on social media. He made it clear he wanted to leave Wolves in January before signing a new contract with a hefty exit clause, and those factors have combined to upset some supporters. While his loyalty has been doubted by many, his talent isn't in question, and he opened the scoring for Wolves against Leicester on Saturday with a tap-in from Rayhan Aït-Nouri's low cross. That was his 15th goal of the season in the Premier League, and he caught the eye by celebrating by pointing at the badge on his chest. Matheus Cunha pointing to the badge? "Don't insult our intelligence," one Wolves fan wrote on X. Another added, "His move to Man United is on his mind. Let him get that sorted, because he clearly can't wait until the end of the season and play somebody that wants to be at the club going forward." But speaking after the 3-0 win, in which he assisted the other 2 goals, Kuna said, "We are very committed to this club, everyone, and want to show the fans our capacity. We're starting to get the points we deserve and show everyone our work." Asked about the Wolves fans, he added, "I always say that I am always happy to play for this team. Sometimes my emotion is too much because I love to be here. His goal against Leicester means he has joined Roberto Firmino in 2017-18 and Gabriel Martinelli 2022-23 as the only Brazilians to have managed 15 goals in a Premier League season. With 4 games left to play, he could still eclipse Liverpool's former striker and Arsenal's star forward. If he does leave, there is likely to be some unhappy Wolves fans, considering the way Cunha has gone about it. But Amorim isn't ready to talk about him as a United player, swerving the topic in his press conference on Friday. "I will not say nothing about Matheus. Because if I say I have to say yes or no, and not comment on that, said Amorim. We have to focus on this season, and the way we prepare for next season could change in these games, so it's difficult to predict what can happen in the future. Manchester United have been handed a boost in their pursuit of Victor Osimhen, with Chelsea reportedly ruling out a move for the forward. Both clubs are in the market for a new striker this summer, having struggled in front of goal so far this season. United's frontline strikers Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee have managed just 3 Premier League goals each, while Chelsea forwards Nicholas Jackson and Christopher Nkunku have netted 9 and 3 league goals respectively. Osimhen is expected to leave Napoli this summer as he enters the final year of his contract, having spent this season out on loan at Galatasaray, where he has scored 30 goals in 35 appearances across all competitions. However, according to a report from The Telegraph, Chelsea are unlikely to make a move for Osimhen this summer. The report states that they have attitude concerns about the 26-year-old. United report understands that United, meanwhile, are pushing ahead with a £40 million move for Osimhen after Red Devils boss Ruben Amorim made him his top attacking target for the summer. United are confident that they can sign Osimhen for a cut price fee, with Napoli needing to sell or risk losing him for free next year. Despite United's financial constraints due to profit and sustainability rules, the club have publicly stated that Amorim will have money to spend. We speak to Ruben very frequently, CEO Omar Barada told TNT Sports last month. Ruben has a good relationship with Jason Wilcox. They both share the vision of how they want to see the team playing. It is about planning properly for the summer transfer window and having a clear idea of what players we want to bring in. We're making some big efforts to get us in the best financial position. Even if we're outside of Europe, I think we will be in a position to invest in the squad. And Amorim has previously spoken about how important this summer's window will be for United. There are characteristics we don't have in our squad, and we are trying to see about the gaps we have, Amorim said earlier this month. When I say we need big players, I'm not talking about players from Real Madrid. I am talking about players in the way I see the game. Of course, money helps. We need to be really good in recruitment. We need to know our system and the way we play, and the players have to be perfect for their positions. So we know what we have to do, that is clear, and we will see next season. United is a different context to Sporting and a different league, but we were in a similar position, and maybe even lower. I was lucky to work with Hugo Viana, and I find I have more or less the same relationship with Jason. So in that part, I am completely relaxed. It is different because the competition here is different, but of course, we need to have a great connection. I am really excited for next season and also really stressed because I put a lot of pressure on us. Newcastle United would be the best destination for Marcus Rashford this summer, according to Ian Wright. Rashford has enjoyed himself since joining Aston Villa on loan from Manchester United in January, and a permanent move to Birmingham appears the most likely option once the summer transfer window opens. The England forward has 4 goals and 6 assists in 17 appearances for Villa and appears a good fit for Unai Emery's team. He has earned the Villa manager's trust, playing ahead of Ollie Watkins against Paris Saint-Germain in their Champions League quarter-final. Villa have a £40 million option to buy Rashford at the end of the loan agreement, and United are keen to cash in as they plot a busy summer window. Rashford's contract at his boyhood club runs until June 2028, but Ruben Amorim has made it clear he doesn't want him, meaning a decision will need to be taken once the window opens on June 1st. United report understands that Rashford does not want to join Villa permanently and has ruled out moving to a London club. He is keen to compete in the Champions League next season, and Wright has therefore come up with a left-field suggestion that could fit the brief. It's the kind of signing Newcastle should be making, Wright said on his Ringer FC podcast. That would be amazing. That would be dangerous. Rashford at Newcastle? Yeah, that would be really good. I really like that for Rashford. Rashford at Newcastle can be dangerous. Newcastle are currently 5th in the Premier League and in line to qualify for the Champions League, with an extra spot awarded to the division by UEFA this season. They are 2 points ahead of Chelsea and Villa, with 5 games left to play. Were he to join Eddie Howe's side, Rashford would be competing with Harvey Barnes and Anthony Gordon for a place on the left of their 4-3-3 formation. However, Rashford is fully focused on playing for Villa for the time being and does not plan to address his future until the end of the season. He would be open to moving abroad, with Spain of particular interest. Yet his wages could be an issue, given he is currently paid around £325,000 a week by United. But speaking in December after being frozen out by Amorim, the 27-year-old explained how he wants to leave United when the time comes. For me, personally, I think I'm ready for a new challenge and the next steps, Rashford said. When I leave, it's going to be no hard feelings. You're not going to have any negative comments from me about Manchester United. That's me as a person. If I know that a situation is already bad, I'm not going to make it worse. I've seen how other players have left in the past, and I don't want to be that person. When I leave, I'll make a statement and it will be from me.